Louisa.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I want to welcome us all to the second edition of our Musha Expo. I trust that we're going to have a wonderful time together. I'd like us to dive right into it. Please make welcome Mr. Chuka as he delivers our welcome address, and then we move on for the event.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this edition of the Musha Expo. It's a monthly event sponsored by Musha, your #1 real estate fractional investment platform. So I'll just dive right in, give a brief introduction to Musha, what it's all about, what we are doing, and we'll see how the rest of the day goes. I hope it's much enjoyable for everybody. So my name is Chuka. I'm a civil engineer. Got my PhD from University of Science and Technology in 2017, and I had to do my master's in same civil engineering at the University of Cardiff. I've been a real estate investor for as long as I can remember. Maybe that's one of the reasons why I studied civil engineering in the first place. I've also been in the tech space for some time, and currently started creating content on TikTok. Building company makes you do so many new things that you thought you'd not be able to do. Quote by Albert Einstein, where he says we can't solve problems by using the same kind of thinking we right? And what's the problem into the market? So there's difficulty in selling properties in Africa, Nigeria in particular. While some developers sell off property pretty much easily, there are still a load of them that are not able to sell off due to the high inflation and issues that occupy the space, right? The real estate space at the moment, where people have lower buying power and purchasing power and the rest of it. There was also high inflation and high cost of property acquisition, right? Where you don't even actually know if the property you're trying to buy is it even valued or worth that much. There was also saturation across different channels, different platforms, WhatsApp groups, agencies, and agents. There's actually like no proper or curated marketplace for both large and small scale investors. So it's all about the big guys. But just recently, Musha and some other platforms have started looking into this project problem and building out solutions for it. So what's the solution actually? I call it the Binance of real estate, which is our platform, Musha, because it's almost modeled after the platform Binance. Sorry. So what is Musha? It's actually a disruptive technology which we intend to use in altering real estate investments and also make it monitorable in real time for the users who invest in different properties, right? From matching their pockets, and also with the aid of artificial intelligence, we are able to like help developers and also people who sell on the platform and also purchase likewise to get real-time information on the values of those properties and make informed decisions on their investments, right? So about today it talks about the theme of today's event is owning in your 20s, and some people might think, how do you achieve this? And it's actually straightforward and simple, but you just have to have an open mind to kind of like understand what we are offering and see how this can pan out for you and what it can do for you. Um, so, what was the passion behind Musha? I ran it really while still in when I was in Nigeria for about 3 years plus, and still run it today. But what I've seen that is that investors who actually wanted to get into the property ladder was like they were mainly youths, and they had interest in these properties that we were developing, right? But the problem was that they didn't have enough money to buy into it. And the older people were like, had so much skepticism. The people that had money, they were kind of like fewer, and we are not so interested. They felt like they had so many options, right? And some of them were even skeptical about, investing, putting in their life savings. There's so many things that people kind of like think about, so many biases and the rest of them. They talk about location, they talk about viability, they talk about, "Wait, can I live here?" There's so many things that people check. But the younger investors were really looking out for, where can I make money? Where can I make more money? Where can I put in my savings? Where can I put in the money I'm making from maybe my tech projects, my tech work? Um, Maybe I just left school. I have some savings. I want to invest in properties, but I can't buy up. So that was actually the thinking that, or the experience that brought about Musha in the first place. So Musha is just trying to cut off middlemen to reduce the costs and also make sure that the valuations from developers directly come to clients and users on the platform. So our team is a blend of like senior software level engineers who are very experienced in the tech space and also experienced in the real estate sector. And we are very, very passionate about tech innovations, wealth creation, and our company. So I'd like you to cast your mind back to before the times of Airbnbs and Ubers, where people would never allow strangers in their homes. And it was like unthinkable. People entering a car with a stranger and then taking them to a location that they don't even know. Even for the driver and even for the passenger, it was like unimaginable. But today, look at those two companies, very, very successful. So there's a possibility of co-owning properties across the world without even having to worry about who do I own this with or meeting the co-owners or something like that. So you just have to invest, monitor your property's progress, the valuation progress and everything, and sell off anytime you want to maybe invest in another property or take your cash out to go do something else. And you can do this all in one app. So that's Musha. I'd like to say, I like this quote by Milton Bell, which says, "If opportunity does not knock, they build a bigger door." And Musha has said, you don't need to build the bigger door yourself. We built the bigger door for you and would really like you to take this advantage and get into the property space, because this is where to be and this is where you can build your wealth for a lifetime. There's no billionaire in the world today, or a wealthy man, not just rich man, but a wealthy man that does not have an interest or have earnings in real estate today. It's not possible. So think about that and have an open mind and enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you.
Okay, I'll dive right in and then I'll be directing this particular question to Mr. Silva. I want something. I want to on the call. And your name on the call is Fellow Jitsa. If you'll be so kind to reconnect using your name, maybe a name or a nickname, or just a name that we can tag you with, because there's going to be a raffle soon, and we'd love to have like accurate names for the raffle. All right. Did everyone hear that? Did everyone get that? So if you're on the call and you're not using your name or a nickname, please do so.
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Godswill, let me share my screen. Let me share my screen, and then I'll take over from here. Thank you so much. All right. So my question for Mr. Nonso, um, our team is owning in your 20s, right? Our team is owning in your 20s. I'd like to ask, how can someone in their 20s or 30s start investing in real estate with Musha? How can someone in their 20s or 30s start investing? How do they start? What are the things that they should take note of if they're going to begin their journey of ownership of real estate with Musha particularly? Okay, Mr. Nonso, I see that you joined the meeting. I'm not sure you heard my question. I asked
I
that
think he was having issues. Maybe just repeat the question.
okay. So I was asking that how can someone in their 20s or 30s start investing in real estate with Musha? How can they begin their journey of ownership in real estate with Musha particularly?
Hi everyone. Good morning. Right. So I was battling with network. Apologies for that. So yeah. On Musha, one of the important things about Musha is the fact that we give every single person opportunity to invest, right? So because the traditional real estate platform or market worked for the high class or the big men, right? If I'm to use that word. But now on Musha, we've broken it down to young entrepreneurs, to young school leavers and secondary school people, where you can own or purchase into real estate or purchase an asset in real estate with just as little as 10,000, 5,000 naira, as the case may be. Right. So that's what sets Musha apart. So on the platform, we have a lot of companies that listed their properties. Right. You can always come to this platform and with your little funding, right, purchase real estate. I don't know if that answers your question.
Hello, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that, sir. You've done justice to that question, and I hope we listen, because there's something we're going to be doing later today that some of the things he said will be needed for you to win certain prizes. So just stay tuned. I'm going to direct my next question to whoever wants to answer this, and it's how soon can young investors expect to see returns, and what factors influence their earnings? Because I mean, we're in a get it quick generation. Everybody wants to put in small efforts and cash in big. But I want us to have like a more realistic view on how soon we can expect to see returns once we start investing with Musha, and what are the things that can affect or influence earnings per se. So anyone who wants to take that up can please just speak up. Thank you very much.
Okay, so on Musha, there are a couple of things that can actually increase your earnings on the platform. Now, when you buy an asset, it's just like it's a bit similar to what we do in stock exchange, right? So you see an asset, maybe a land. Let's use a land as a case study here. Uh, you see a land, and then the company that listed that particular land says the total amount is 10 million. So they need like 100 people that would pay 100,000, right? So that's 10 million. So you buy into that asset. Let's say you have like you purchase 2 units of the asset and then you keep it, right? If, for instance, something happens, maybe a known brand doesn't buys a land close to that your land, or something happens within that vicinity, right, that makes the market price of that land to leave the 10 million naira where it is currently, right, to like 20 million naira. Automatically, right, the value of your units changes from 100,000 or from 200,000 because you bought two units, from 200,000 to 400,000. We have some sort of unique way or professional way we compute the value of every asset at every point in time. So once that asset has appreciated on the platform, you come and you have the possibility or ability to lay off or sell off the unit at any point in time, and you take your money back. You understand? So it's not as if we are coming to hold your money and tell you like all these investment schemes, fake investment schemes. No, you have 100% control of your money. You come in, even if you want to sell, right, at any point, you come in and push a buy, a sell order, and then the asset is sold and you have your money sent to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that, sir. Thank you so much. This next question goes to Mr. Francis, and my question for you is: can Musha recommend properties or plans that fit my budget and align with my long-term goals? Is that something that Musha offers recommendation for properties or plans that are budget friendly and also long-term?
You hear me?
Yes, we can, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, so because we are a platform that tends to ensure that everyone is carried along, we have the capacity to actually work towards recommending, doing what we call kind of a targeted recommendations, so that based on what you are able to afford within a specific period of time, you would get recommendations that can help guide you, so that you're not just going through searching randomly, but based on some tailored level of direction, you can say, okay, for X amount of money, this is what I can afford, and you will directly go towards it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you,
Also,
sir.
to
Okay.
buttress
All right.
on what Mr. Francis already said, currently on the platform, we have assets that trade for about 22,000 naira, 20,000 naira thereabout. And even as students, we know sometimes we have pocket monies up to or more than that, right? And we spend more than that on some other things that you might not necessarily remember the following week. So it is something that we've been able to achieve with our partners, or partners that companies have published their properties on our platform. So in a way, we are trying to kind of like make this very, very accessible to both the high and the mighty, and also the very, very least in our community, and make sure that everybody has access to this beautiful industry, a beautiful sector that can actually ensure over a period of time. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. If you have questions, you can drop them in the chat box. All right. How everyone here? How does stocks or savings in terms of ROI? I mean, how does it compare? What makes it stand out? And then what are the average ROI ranges that we should expect from fractionalized
All
real
right,
estate?
all right. Thank you very much. So, before we even get to the fractionalized real estate, right? The that buy into real estate, right? Next 30 years, my property is there. And it's something that inflation doesn't affect. You understand? So now, on fractionalized level, right, we are bringing it down to a lot of people. So I have 20,000 naira that I'm not using, and some of these investment platforms, for instance, they tell you that okay, the least they can take is 20,000. The least investment they can take is 50,000. Now, if you buy an investment of 50,000, for instance, say mutual funds, right? They tell you, okay, this mutual fund is at 10%. Now, with my 50,000, I'm getting just 10% per annum, right? But in fractionalized real estate, I put the same 50,000 naira, right, in a platform. In a year, I have the possibility or tendency to triple that amount depending on some external factors, right? Musha is not a money doubling environment, right? If the asset value appreciates, right, in a period of 1 year, then you are definitely getting more than your investment. I don't know if you understand. So I think that's what sets it apart from the other investment platforms. Other investment platforms, treasury bills, you get 9%, 10%, and the rest, right? Although some people will say it's more secured, but the risk rather. But Musha here, you still have your land. You understand? So the risk are still the same on the both sides. But I would say on the ROI, the returns, it's way better getting it from fractionalized real estate as against normal investments. Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
And also, just to also buttress some points on what Mr. Noso already mentioned. Um, you you get to see that the virtual investments that Mr. also talked about, most of those investment platforms still go behind and invest in real estate to make those profits that they will now pay you off with, right? So it's they invest in so many things, oil, gold, and other stuff. And real estate still plays a major part in some of their investment options. So, but with Musha, you are actually seeing the investments that you're making into those properties, and you have access to even view those properties, and we keep you updated on those projects that you have invested in. So, like, talk about seeing, knowing where your money is, seeing what is being done with your money, and seeing like the potentials of what your money can achieve for you. So you're in an all-round loop around your investment journey, right? So you can see your money, you can see the value, the increase in your money, and you can also see what your money is being used for if you want, though, because there are some people that might not be really be interested. But I believe that if you're anything like me, I would always love to see the projects I've invested in, knowing like where they are at every particular point in time, and it just creates that next level of like excitement for me. Thank you.
I lost Mr. Chuka a bit there. I didn't hear what you said, sir.
Yeah, I think it's from
Okay.
your side. I heard you clearly.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
So you can
okay.
just go take it over again, Sugar.
All
So I
right.
was just talking about having to see where your money is being invested. Just like Mr. also said that some of those investment platforms or financial institutions where you invest your money to gain something back, some percentage back at the end of the year or at the end of whatever tenure they offer. It's in such a way that you just get your returns back. But with Musha, you invest in a property, you invest in a project, and we keep you in the loop about whatever we are doing with your money or whatever the project is, how where the project is. Visit those sites, those project sites. You can visit the companies that have uploaded these assets to our platform. So that is just the beauty of Mission. It gives you that next level interest and ownership and excitement about what your money is achieving for you. So it gives you that all access pass to not just any returns, but also seeing what the industry is all about.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir, for expounding on that. Thank you so much. My next question, I will direct it back to you, sir, Mr. Chuka. And because we've mentioned, I've heard it over and over again that Musha is specifically designed to always keep its members and investors in the loop. So I want to ask, what plan is in place? How does Musha plan to keep me updated as an investor on future opportunities and real estate trends? What's the plan for that? Because I may not be able to navigate the space if I don't know where to look, to get the latest updates. So what does Musha have in store for me in that regard?
All right. First of all, I would say there are a lot of platforms and channels that we've created to disseminate information about real estate. One on that list would be this platform, the Musha Expo. It was that we launched and we run every month. People who are yet to sign up to Musha and people who have already joined the platform to get to learn more about what is in it for them, learn more about fractional real estate in general, and also what the platform is all about. So we have had on the previous version where speakers on the event, and he came and did a very wonderful job and talked about their experiences in the sector and all of that. So this is a very good opportunity for anyone who wants to learn about real estate to come to these events and also earn stuff rewards while at it. The second channel would be our YouTube channels where we've created a whole lot of videos around the usage of the platform, what to expect in the real estate space, and we are going to even do much more videos, tutorial videos, telling people about real estate in general, telling people about fractional real estate, sensitizing people, because one of the major feedbacks we've gotten is that people don't really know what fractional investment is. They don't believe that people can co-own properties, and that is what we are trying to change. That is the sensitization, the knowledge we are trying to pass and make sure that people get it and people understand what it's all about. And it's not just another investment scam out there that is going on. And what you can actually use to see that this is legit is that countries around the different countries already have companies that are already doing this. Even before this event started, we had the video of the founder of Strata in India. They are another real estate investment platform, but they are focused on commercial properties, right? So, but on Musha, we've got access to both private, residential, commercial properties, and even expanded estate projects that we are partnering with, and we are still going to bring on board with time. So these are avenues that you can actually learn more about what's going on. So the other channels I would say would be our social media handles. We've been posting stuff on TikTok. I also post stuff on my personal TikTok. So it's all hands on deck for people to actually get to learn about these things. And at least if you're a novice in the field, by staying tuned and learning about all of our um, all of our projects and all of our processes and dishing out all the knowledge we're dishing out, you'd be able to have a guided path towards what you're meant to do and what you're not meant to do in the sector, right? So I think finally would be once you've registered on Musha and you become a user on the Musha platform, you get access to monthly newsletters where we talk about different things we've seen in the month, different skepticisms and skeptics questions we've gotten and everything. We answer all of them on the newsletter. We tell you about new projects. We tell you about what's going on the platform. We tell you about general stuff that maybe have happened in the month. So you get that holistic view of everything that has happened and everything that you can actually achieve by being part of this wonderful project. So I think that is my answer to that question.
Okay. Thank you so much, Sam. Thank you so much. So to just to recap, in case you missed it, we have our newsletters, we have our social media pages, we have our monthly expo where we go in depth into the necessary things that you need to be aware of. So our newsletters, you only get them if you're a Musha user. And if you're not a Musha user here, I want to advise you to get on our website now and register yourself. Those newsletters are very critical. There's so many investment opportunities that you may not get to, you know, get cognizance of if you don't receive some of our newsletters, and then you just miss out. You fade on opportunities. All right. I have another question, and I'll be directing this to Mr. Francis. Um, I'm about to take action because what I've been hearing so far has been really good, has been enticing. So I want to ask, what is the minimum investment amount that I need to get started? And are there documents that are required? What are the things that I need to, present if I'm going to take action and enter into the real estate space with Musha? Um, Hi, is Mr. Francis still on the call? If he's not disposed to answer that, Mr. Nonso, you can help us with that. So I'll
Okay,
just
no
I'll
problem.
just
Can
okay.
you can you
Did you
take
hear
it
the
again,
question?
please?
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
take
take it
it
again.
again.
Yeah, so I said I'm ready to take action, right? I'm ready to take action. I'm asking what is the minimum investment amount that I need to get started in investing with Musha, and what documents are required of me? What are the things that I need to bring forth?
Okay, so while we were developing the platform, right, we wanted something that would get to grassroots, right, that would get to the basic, like a teenager who wants to like invest. So one, the minimum amount of investment you can have on the platform, which is controlled by us, but in a way is dependent on the company, is 10,000 naira. So with as little as 10,000 naira, you can buy assets on the platform. And then
Wow.
we made our KYC processes to be straightforward and easy, right? We do basic email, phone number verification, and then an ID, any valid identity card, right? ID card or what's not. So with this, which is something that a normal Nigerian has, right? You have access to 10,000 naira. I mean, people sit down and they go and eat hundreds of thousand naira of naira, right? So spending 10,000 naira on your future, right? It's something that you can just
Yeah.
throw away. I won't call it throw away anyways. It's just something you can easily forgo, right, to gain funds or to gain ROI on the later run. You understand? So it's streamlined and very easy. Just come on board, register username and password, and then you provide us either NIN license or anything, and then you go ahead. You are on the platform. You can go ahead to make any purchases you want. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. So with as little as 10,000 naira, I can also boast by December this year when I go back to village that I own property. That's nice to hear. That's nice to hear. A link has been sent to the chat box, a link to form so that you can receive updates, stay in the loop, All right. I'm directing my next question to anyone who wants to answer this, but I think I'll want Mr. Chuka to answer this. Um, what legal safeguards exist in Nigeria? Emphasis on in Nigeria because, well, Nigeria, it is well. What legal safeguards exist in Nigeria to protect fractionalized real estate investors? How do I know that I am not putting my investments into one chance because of the country that I am in?
Okay, thank you for the question. When it comes to the legal aspect, I think I would have preferred a legal practitioner to answer this, but um, to a very large extent, I would paint a scenario. Go to when you imagine you have the money, like you have the money to purchase a plot of land, and you go to a certain developer and you take up a plot of land, you pay them, you now go ahead to register the documents, register the deed, and all that stuff. That is the extent at which properties are secured, or that's the level of security you can actually get for your property. Or maybe you go up to C of O, and maybe you have the developer you went to already has a C of O, and they give you a sub the document that would also show that you actually own this property on the platform, right? On their in their company or their records. So that is exactly the same thing that will happen in the aspect of fractional real estate. So it's not so much of a difference or from what is happening traditionally. Just that in this aspect, instead of you going to those purchase the of land all at once from a partnership, and we have that understanding and agreement that our investors through our platform will purchase this property from you, and in trust they hand us all those documents that you are meant to get when you purchase a full plot of land. We get that as Musha, we help register all of those things and we hold it in trust, right? So that you and then how then you might think, how then do you then get that certification that okay, you own this property and you are sure that you are the owner of maybe a particular number of units of that property. So Musha introduced a verification model whereby once you purchase a property and that has been certified, you you then go ahead to get a digital format, a digital certification that can be verifiable, right? So we issue when you go to your see the certificate, the digital certificate of what you've already purchased and the details of what you right. So with that, you can see all that needs to be seen about and that can easily be verified um, by uh, by Musha, right? So that is what shows that's the level of security we are trying to give every user that purchases or makes an investment on our platform. So, but on the real aspect of it, on the physical aspect, we have that property in trust. We have those documents assigned to us, and we hold it for our users. So whenever the properties that we have now received from these developers and our partners who have sold those properties on our platform, whenever the property is ripe for um, divesting, you'll be able to like see what the valuation of the property has gotten to, and you're able to of your cash out of your investment. And a property can be ripe for divesting in many ways. It could be that the project is completed, and it is now, you can now resell, or that it has attained the maximum amount of valuation that it can actually attain, or something like that. So it could happen for so many different reasons, right? Because most of these projects are ongoing projects, and by the time you as an investor see that you actually, I can take out my money at this point, you can actually resell on using the Musha Marketplace, the inbuilt Musha Marketplace. So there are so many ways that we are trying to make it not just flexible, but also secure for people, and ensuring that companies or properties don't like get into the negative aspect of things, right? And someone asked me this week that how do I ensure? I was actually speaking with uh, someone who I have met, and he was like, how do I ensure that property companies don't, maybe if companies go bankrupt, say for example a developer closes shop, how do we ensure that these properties still remain in our hold or something like that? So and that was exactly what I told him, that because of those documents being assigned to us, it's already off the company's hand. So whatever the company is maybe doing in the estate, if they are building an estate that is a managed estate, whatever they are doing does not really affect us anymore, because even in the real sense of it, if you go and purchase a plot of land and maybe the company that developed that estate goes bankrupt or maybe closes shop or ceases to exist, it does not mean the land they sold you has would also go away with them, because you now own it and you have all of the documentations to prove that you're the owner, right? So that is just the same thing playing out here, but just that Musha down does all of that long, hard process and documentation work for you in the background, and you just have to invest and enjoy your investment and see how it grows. Thank you.
Thank you so much for at least I feel calmer now. Investing, right? Thank you so much for that, sir. So, this about sums up our panel session, and I hope that we really learned a lot. I hope that we paid much attention. And we will be sharing in subsequent publications. Some might even come out in our newsletters, in our posts. So please stay tuned. If you're not following Musha on Instagram and YouTube, I suggest you do that now. Some links will be dropped in the chat box, and I will alert you when they are dropped. Please follow those links to follow our Instagram page, subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can always get updates on the go. So it has come to the point where we will be announcing the first winner for our raffle. And because I want this to be, I'm a very fair judge. I want this to be as transparent as possible. I will be sharing my screen to show the winners. So just give me a couple of seconds. If you're on this call, let me see, is there anybody on this call that is not using their name? No, no, no. Okay, thank you. If you just give me a second to share my screen, and then we'll get right into that. But in the meantime, got to know if you could be so kind to drop the links so that their participants can follow our page. That would be really nice. Thank you very much. While I set this up. Mm, all right. So if you can see my screen, just react or unmute your mic and say I can see your screen. You can see my screen. Can everyone see my screen? Okay. All right. So I'm about to spin, and whoever it lands on will be the first winner for our raffle. we have Mr. Bola on the call. We have Kenny. We have Uba. I don't know if Uba is still on the call. We have Chizoba. We have Don Blitz. We have Hope. And then I'm about to spin. Uh, Amazing. So whoever Chizoba is, just say this is me, yeah, in the chat box, and then we'll give you instructions on what to do to get your prize. Congratulations, sir. You don't know whether you just won 3 million naira now. You don't know whether you just won 3 million naira. Amazing stuff.
Hello?
All right.
Hello?
Hello, yes, we can hear you.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I didn't get you. Sorry.
What
I've
did you
been,
say?
I've been badly going off and on. Sorry, you said you called my name.
Yes, you just won the first raffle. You just won the first raffle. Although at this point, I'm thinking
Hello?
we'll have to do it again because you are one of our panelists. It's not allowed. Sorry, can everyone hear me, or is it my network or his network?
We can hear you. We can hear you perfectly.
Okay. So, sir, maybe you should mute your mic, sir. We are removing. See, like I said, we want to be fair. We're removing Mr. Chizoba. All right, he was one of our panelists. I just realized now that he was one of our panelists. So we're going again. 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 All right. All right. All right. We have a new winner, Kenny. Kenny, if you're on the call, please just send a message to the chat box. Congratulations. Just send a message to the chat box that okay, that's me. Good. Okay, so some instructions will be given to you in the chat box. Thank you for joining the call. There's still more to come as we go. Please don't run away after winning the first prize. I'm just joking anyways. Um so we'll be moving ahead. Let me stop sharing my screen here. We'll be moving ahead into what we have in store for us today. And there's a video that I'm going to be playing very soon just to introduce you to us, just to give you a bit of an insight. But before we do that, I'd like to just mention ahead that we'll be having the person of Mr. Chibo to talk to us about fractional real estate. We're also going to be having another raffle draw coming soon. We're going to be looking at real life experiences on how certain people have been able to, amass wealth with fractional real estate and much more, much more. But let me see if I can just play our brown video for you while we get Mr. Chibo to get ready for his session. Just give me a couple. Let me stop sharing this and then I can share this other thing. All right. Just let me know if you can see my screen. I'll be sharing my screen now. Just let me know if you can see my screen.
Let's talk about buying. What do you think to buy the
Sorry, who has their mic unmuted? Please mute your mics. Can you please mute your mics so that we can just have this for this session? Thank you very much.
Let's talk about buying. What do you think to buy the generating 26 billion dirhams?
Imagine a world where everyone can own a piece of something valuable, a slice of real estate accessible from anywhere in Nigeria. Welcome to Musha, the platform making this dream a reality. Founded with a vision to revolutionize how assets are bought and sold, Musha was born from a simple yet powerful idea: to create a space where individuals and businesses can easily transact with confidence and security. With Musha, we've made investing in real estate simple and secure. Our platform enables users to purchase fractionalized assets, allowing anyone from any background to invest in properties and unlock new opportunities.
All right, you know what? I'm going to do something for us. I will I will get this video on a more on a smoother experience, and I will play it for us later in the expo. It's just necessary that we get a very holistic view, and I don't think that the internet rendering of the sound was good enough. So I'll fix that, and then I will replay it for us as we go on. But I love us to fire on in our agenda for today. Um, I'd like to know if Mr. Chibo is ready for us. If Mr. Chibo is ready for us. Is he on this call? Okay, so I want to know. I've not gotten any feedback. Is Mr. Chibo on this call? I don't think he is yet. I don't think he is yet, but we're going to have him. We're going to have him. Okay, while we're waiting for that and while we're waiting for the video to load well, I also want to remind us that there's a second chance to win something special from Musha. If you've not used the link that was sent in the chat box, please do so. Get on the app, get on our website, and then please create your account, become a user. This second opportunity is only available to those who have signed up on the platform. So I'll give us time to do that whilst we get Mr. Chibo and the video ready. All right. Please you can send the link again, and then the video will be played very shortly. I'll just refer the link to the page, to the chat box. So um I'm going to be sharing some links to the chat box now. I know that we're quite a few number of people on this page, on this call. That's at least there are about up to 15 of us here. So I'm going to share a link to our YouTube page. I'd like us to please go into the chat box and just respond with done if you've done that, if you've subscribed to our YouTube page. All right. So let me just send that. So I've sent the link to our YouTube page in the chat box. Go to our YouTube page and subscribe to our page. I'm looking at the page view right now. I'm looking at it right now, so I'll know if we've done that. You don't know whether 3 million naira is attached to this simple task. All right. So if you've done that, just respond in the chat box. Subscribed. Just respond in the chat box that you've subscribed. All right, thank you for that. So far so good. Only I think only Kenny has gone to subscribe. Kenny is like you're going to just in fact, I think we need to give the mansion at this point. Oh, well done. Thank you for doing that. All right, we're moving on. We're moving on. We're moving on. There's still a lot to do. There's still a lot to do. Um, we've been mentioning that there's going to be a second raffle where you have to be a user to participate. You honestly won't mind, actually. Even if you no go mind mansion, you no go mind. The next thing I'm going to be taking us through is a couple of mini tutorial videos on how to become a user on the Musha platform. And I want to counsel you that please follow this aspect because it is like I'm giving you expo on how to win our money and win things, right? So I love for you to just follow these videos and follow the prompts and move along. What I would have loved to do initially was to I wish I had a third gadget with me here where I could be streaming how I'm also following the process, but we can't do that for now. So I'm just going to be sharing the videos with us, and then we're going to be looking through how to set up your account on the just be all right. um Kenny, there's a link that has been dropped into the chat box. That's for our WhatsApp channel. Please. All right. I hope we enjoyed that, but that's step one of the many steps to go. I'm gonna be posting the next link that is to shed light on how we can navigate the platform, how we can explore certain assets. All right. Please still stay tuned to the videos that we'll be sharing. I'll be sharing. Don't go anywhere. Like I said, there's something at the end of this tunnel that we're going through. Don't miss it. Don't fade. That's our mantra for this session. Don't fade. Don't fade. Whatever you do, ensure you don't fade. All right. Um, I'll be playing the next video now. Not casting yet. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Before we go into the referral session, I want to remind us that there's still prizes to be won, right? So please don't fade. So we'll be having Mr. Nonso come up briefly to introduce the referral session. And if you have any questions about the things that have been discussed so far, please ensure that you use the chat box and they will be answered in due time. So, Mr. Nonso, are you ready for us? Um, Mr. Nonso, are
Yeah,
you
yeah,
here?
I'm
Okay.
here. Yeah, I'm here.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. Hold on while I log in. Okay. Do I have a right to share my screen?
Yeah, you can share your screen.
All right. Okay. Good morning once more. So I'm going to be sharing my screen. I'll be presenting our referral system. Give me a minute, please. Just a moment. Let me sign into the platform. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm sharing now. Yeah. So you are my system, right? Good morning once more. Can you hear me? Can anyone confirm
Yes,
if you can hear me? Yeah.
yeah, I
Okay.
can hear you and I can see your system.
All right. Thank you very much. So I will be taking us through our referral system. We've been preaching about the Musha stories since morning. We've been telling people how to invest, how to bring in money and buy units, and then wait for the units to mature before you get profits. As we still have a category of people who may not have funds to invest now, right? I mean, we are in T-Pain's regime and things are very difficult this period. You understand? So some people may come in and want to live off the referral system. So we have you covered if you are ready to preach the Musha story with us. So to navigate to the referral system, to the referral module, sorry, you click on your profile and then you have it smiling at you. So we have the Musha referrals. So the first part of the screen speaks to your referral link. So this is the link you get to share with people. So if you want anyone to register with the link, you share this with them and you have referral counts. So this is corporate referrals, this is individual referrals. I will still explain what they mean. Then you now see the monetary value of whatever account you have here, right? And then you have for corporate and you have for individual, and then you have the ability to request for payout. So on Musha, our referral system is of two types, right? Just like you can see on my screen, we have the corporate referrals and we have the individual referrals. Now, the individual referrals is simply when me as an individual refer my own individual. So, take for instance, I come to the call and decide to refer Daniel or Chuka, right? When these individuals come onto the platform and purchase assets, the platform pays me or rewards me for bringing in active users. So for each individual user you refer, right, the platform rewards you with 1,000 naira. You understand? Now, for 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 the corporate users, right, uh, another we now have a situation where me as an individual, I decide to invite a corporate entity, right? So I have like a construction company that I know they have a lot of properties and they would want to sell them off. Then I refer them. Now this is where it gets dicey. So you have to like listen up. So when I refer this corporate entity, right, and they come into the platform and list their properties on the platform. Now, if they have 10, if they have, hold on, okay, so if they have 10 properties, right, and each of the properties they are like 10 units per property, right? So that's 10 by 10, that's 100, right? Now, whenever that company you referred or corporate entity you referred sells a single unit out of that 100 units, right? The total properties they have, once they sell a single unit, you get a commission. And the commission for this, what now made it dicey, the commission for this is now in percentage. So whenever you refer a company and the company's asset is sold, right, we pay you that referred that company. So that is similar to just struggling or stressing yourself the first few weeks, right? On board few companies, then you go back and relax. and then you start making money. Now you can also now act as a customer care for Musha, right? When you bring in these people, you don't just allow them, you don't just refer them and then allow them to be dormant. Now it's your duty to now go after them and then try to like convince them to list their assets on the platform, because at the end of the day you go home with your own pricing, right? You have a payment. The platform rewards you for being a dedicated customer. You understand? Now, on the Musha link, you can copy your link and send to your people, or you can click on the QR code. So once you click on the QR code, you scan you scan the QR code, and then you get to Musha's login page. Now, yeah, I forgot the corporate referral, so you earn on that company for 5 years. So if I bring in a corporate individual that stays for that uploads properties between a period of 5 to 10 years, 5 years, sorry, all the assets or all the units sold under that company for that 5 year period, I have my commission, right? And now imagine if I refer a company like Sujimoto. We all know how the type of apartments or properties Sujimoto offers. Now imagine Sujimoto coming into the platform and listing 10 or 20 of his properties, right? At the end of the day, you'll be smiling home in millions, right? You'll be earning millions by just referring individuals. So I think it's something every one of us on this call needs to jump onto, right? Because I don't think I've seen a company or an institution giving referral that lasts up to 5 years. You are just constantly making money, right? For 5 good years. If you say na me, I feel even resign my current position and just focus on the referral system, because it has a tendency of settling you and paying you well. So that's it for the referral system. So when you come to the Musha platform, right, you go to dashboard, and then from the dashboard you click on profile, and then you have the referral system smiling at you. And by the way, I think I'll have to share my own referral link. I think it's time for me to retire. I'll start sharing my referral link so that everybody will use my referral link. So that's it. Yeah, thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir, for that. Make I go find my regular link too. I think Kenya has opened an account. Oh no. Because the vibe you've been giving me throughout this call, it seems like you're ready to buy. Wow, price received, price received, price received, price received. Kenny, you deserve it. You deserve it. Congratulations. The vibe that Kenny has been giving, I feel like next thing, the next thing is to go and buy like 40 units. But you've already opened your account, so you can't use my referral link again. It is well. All right. Well, we're about rounding up. We're just about rounding up. I see that we've not sent any questions. It either means two things. It either means that we've answered your question before, or you've not gone far in your decision making process to stumble upon things that will raise questions. So if the second is your case, please stay tuned to our pages. We have our TikTok page, the link is on the chat box. We have our Instagram page, the link is in the chat box. And if got you can also send for LinkedIn, so that because we'll be putting out some content very soon. I'll be answering a lot of questions. I'll be giving a lot of guidance, and you can really, really benefit from them. Ah, I'll be your sponsor, okay? You that just won 2 millionaire. Please, don't worry me. Okay, so someone has their hand raised up. Um, yes, you can unmute your mic if you're in a place you can speak. You can unmute your mic and ask your question. Thank you very much. Over.
Okay, thank you. Hi. Thank you for the expository session and all. So I was not around at some point. I just want to find out if there's a resource, like something that can help us, like on our own, know how to, maybe like a blog post or video or something that can help us know how to navigate the platform, especially with regards to the referral part, making
Oh,
income through referral, that part and other parts. But yeah, this part especially.
oh, okay. I would say that one of the best things that you can do is ensure that first of all you've used the link to register with Musha, because we have newsletters, we have company posts that we make on LinkedIn, we have our YouTube videos. We played a couple of YouTube videos. We're not even able to play all the ones we have on our YouTube page because of time, but if you check our YouTube channel, you find some videos, but particularly for referrals, a video will be coming up soon, and then it will be posted on our across platform, and then you'll be able to get like a video guide on how to maximize the referral system that we have in place. But aside that, there are many other tutorials that we have listed on our platforms: TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and then of course our newsletters too will be coming um, from time to time. So I don't know if that has been able to answer your question. And thank you for asking that too. Thank you for asking that.
Yes, it has. Thank you.
All right, all right. You're welcome. Okay, so we are just about rounding up. We're just about rounding up, and I think for this, I'd like us to have Mr. Chuka just to give us a final word while we finish some touch-ups for the second draw. Oh yes, you can also visit the FAQs page on the website. There's frequently asked questions page on the website where you can get to know about certain questions that people have asked in the past, in their journey of using Notion. And I think that will be that. So, Mr. Chuka, whenever you're ready for us, we'll have you, and then I will round up with the final draw session.
Okay, Daniel, I think, but um, just to touch a bit on your question. So, the facts page, yeah, the FAQs where you can use that to get more insight on whatever you need. And I know we've already posted our WhatsApp link that you can chat with us at any point in time. We'll be able to respond to any questions on there. And if you have any other issues whatsoever, you can just reach out to us via any of the links. We've got WhatsApp, we've got our emails and our social media handles. So I'd like to say thank you very much, everyone who has been able to be here today. And it's not so easy when like getting to learn about a new project, a new ideology, and a new process of doing things. And it's not so easy being a first adopter of things, in not especially now that we have a whole lot of technologies, new innovations, and things happening all around the world in different sectors. It's not so easy, like filtering through the noise and getting focused on something. So I really appreciate everyone who made it out here today, and we'll keep on building. And we most especially would really love feedback, feedback on what we are doing, feedback on what um, we maybe are meant to be doing that we are not doing yet. Because during when we started Musha, like one of the speakers said, since 2022, it was not what it is today. There's been so many iterations, so many things that have changed. And we felt like at some point after we launched, there's been still iterations coming through, right, based on feedback. And so what we've built Musha off of has been the feedback of both professionals, investors, peers, and even people that are not even like invested in the sector, but we value feedback a lot, and that is why we have built it up to the extent it is at today, and would really value much more feedback as we go forward in making our operations as efficient as possible. So thank you very much once again, and I believe I will be seeing you guys next at the next Musha Expo. Invite your friends, invite as much people as possible, because in as much as we are trying to impact knowledge, we'll also be appreciating you guys, and the winnables next time would be even much more than what we have today. So stay tuned, and I guess you would hear more from us via our channels. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for that. And we've come to the final activity for today, our final draw. I will be sharing my screen as usual. Kenny, Kenny, sorry to say you may not be able to participate in the second draw because you're already a winner. You're already a winner, ma'am. So just stay on your throne and watch others try to accomplish what you have accomplished. All right. I'll be sharing my screen for the raffle, and we'll spin together. We'll see the winner together. All right. So if everyone can see my screen, just let me know. Okay. All right. So let's spin. Let's spin. Congratulations, Brand Blitz. You have won. We celebrate you. Thank you, everyone, for joining the second edition of the Musha Expo. Thank you to our able co-hosts. Thank you to Godsnil, our media and tech guy. Thank you to Mr. Chuka, Mr. Francis, Mr. Nonso. Thank you so much for making this beautiful. Thank you, Uba. Thank you, Hope. Thank you, Kenny, man of the match, MVP. Thank you so much for making this an exciting experience. I just realized that I did not introduce myself properly at the beginning. I'm Daniel Oshinaike, privileged to have hosted the second edition of the Musha Expo, and I hope I did a great job. I look forward to seeing us in our next expo, not as people who are coming to get, not just as people who are coming to get insights, but investors who are looking to diversify. Till then, have a lovely one. Good day.
Thank you.